Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is Friday, November 18th. It is 6:22 right now. Market's going to open in about 8 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and then we'll get started shortly. Just give me a few moments to finish setting this up, and then we should be on our way. Okay. All right, looks good. So made this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. We should be good to go. All right, solid. Oh, crap. So it looks like we're good to go. Morning, Peter. Morning, everybody. So I got a few moments for people to make their way in. As people join in, I'm going to go ahead and mark up news price and whatnot. Hey, Sarah, morning. All right, so I'll get a few more moments for people to make their way in. I'm going to go and check out the news real quick. Anything that happened this morning. Finally restarted my computer, or I just turned it off for like the day. It's running really fast, so that's good. We have news coming up at 7. That's about it. So we got news over here at 7 o'clock. Oh. Hey, Maddie, morning. Yeah, Maddie said sentiment slowly went up during pre-market. Morning, Slava. Morning, everybody. Just did that. Thanks, Peter. All right, guys. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today's Friday, November 18th. Hopefully, everyone had a great week. We'll wrap this week up today. It is 6:25 right now. Market's going to open in about 5 minutes. We should be good. So, morning, Maria. Morning, everybody. A couple of things I want to go over today. So, still I'm going to be focused on the high-low momentum scalp. One thing that I'm also going to be going over as well is I'm going to make a few changes. So, I said I was going to focus on 1 or 2 strategies. I'm going to focus on the high-low momentum scalp. That's going to be the main one that I'm following. Also, I'm going to be looking at this other strategy this is actually my very, very first strategy I ever made for scalping. I showed it to Maddie yesterday. We're basically doing this already, but basically what I'm doing for this here is I'm looking for momentum on basically 3 time frames. So like, for example, here, if I have a buy momentum here and I have a buy momentum here and also have a buy signal here, then I'm going to take a buy, right? So if you took this trade right here, this would have been a full TP. Straight to TP right there, no drawdown. So for example, over here, we have a sell momentum. This right here is a sell momentum, right? So if that's the case, I'll be looking for a sell. And the problem with this here is I used to use this for Forex, and it's impossible. It's not impossible, but it's pretty difficult on Forex because the spread's so wide, right? I never really tried this on US30, but this actually works really well. So this right here, another full TP there. Let me see if this was in confluence with a high-low momentum pivot scalp. Actually, this was. So I'll be using this as a confluence, or I'll be using it as a separate strategy. So for example, right here, there's a high-low momentum pivot scalp zone right here, sell momentum, pushing away from the zone. And this would have been a full TP for a high-low momentum pivot scalp, right? So this would have been a high-low momentum pivot scalp. And this one over here would have been an entry for this here. This is just pure momentum. You don't really need the pivots here, but I'm just using it for confluence, right? Obviously, the trade will be a lot better if you have the trend confluence, because obviously the trend is not aligned here with 1 minute, 5 minute, and 10 minute. But you can see here that this is just pure momentum. You have the momentum signal, and then you just take in that direction. So, I'll probably just turn off the pivots here to avoid confusion, but I'll just keep that in mind. So sell momentum, sell momentum, sell momentum on the one where you make your entry, and full TP. So super easy strategy. I'll just leave this on because it does help with identifying whether it's going to be a risky trade or not. Obviously, I'm not taking every single trade. I'm looking for the highest probable trades here. So let's see. Happy Friday, Rashida. Morning. Morning, everybody. iPhone's asking buy day. Not necessarily. I mean, it might be a buy day, but we don't really look at all the time frames like that. So I think, yeah, you want it to be a buy day because overall bias is bullish. But if price comes down, then I'll be looking for some sells too. But yeah, best case scenario, of course, we'd like buys, but things don't always play out like that, right? It's not always going to be best case scenario for us. So we'll see where that takes us. So sentiment over here, currently 68% short. Fundamentals are currently, so let's see, fundamentals are currently 186 points in the red. I mean green, sorry, 180 points. Check this real quick. 4-hour trend is bullish. So I mean, it could be a bullish day. I mean, you're not wrong, iPhone. You're right, but since we're trading on the 1 minute, it doesn't really matter because we don't care what the long-term direction is, right? We just want to get in the trade and get out. So yeah, for the most part, it is bullish. So if you get a bullish breakout, that might be pretty solid, but we'll see. Typically, it's not that smooth. Also, it's Friday, so a little risky today. Got about 20 seconds till market open. So yeah, everything is pretty bullish. But if price does come down, we'll look for some sells too. So here goes, price pushes up. We got a buy signal here. If you get a strong green candle on open, then you'll take that for a buy. Just got to wait for it to play out though. Nice. Maddie said his trade is heavy in profit. Solid. Yeah. News comes out at 7 o'clock. So that's about it. There's nothing else coming up here. Okay, so this candle here is a little too big. I don't know if I'll take this right here for the breakout. This is just way too big. It's going to have to retrace. Huge candle right here. 500 pips, 600 pips, almost 700 pips. So I don't know if I'll take this for the breakout. I'll mark it up for you guys. I don't even think it'll close as a strong green candle. It might retrace like super hard because this candle here is just way too big. All right. Yeah, this candle's retracing hard. So this will not be the breakout here. One thing as well, guys, that I was going to show you guys was, so for our Forex signals, I can't be on the chart every day, all day. So I'm not going to do the 1 hour anymore. I'll be staying on the 4 hour. One thing that I'll be applying would be the 4 hour SR, like basically the SR zone to zone strategy. These are the markups I marked from last night. They all hit TP, NZD CHF. I should have called this trade. GA is still running on its way to full TP. US CHF still in the middle of break even, and AUD CHF full TP right here. So for the Forex trade, I'm going to be calling them on the 4 hour because it's just easier for like everyone else too, so that you have a set time to look at the charts versus the 1 hour where these trades will come up, randomly. So for the Forex signals, I'm only going to be calling on the 4 hour time frame. So there'll be a set time when trades will, likely be called out. Just want to give you guys a heads up so you guys aren't in the dark about that. All right, so no breakout here yet. This candle was not a strong green candle, so this doesn't fit criteria. This right here is now moving down. So if this rejects off this point and it's a strong green candle, this would technically be the breakout. I still don't like how it's moving though, because this has such a big wick on top, big wick on the bottom. So I'll probably hold off on it, but I will follow it. Here is opening price too. All right, so we got a sell signal here, but this candle is way too big. This actually meets criteria over here for the strategy I was showing you. So we got a sell signal, sell signal, sell signal. This is technically but the candle is too big, so that's why you wouldn't take it. But you know, technically, if it meets criteria, this would have been a possible entry here. And there you go, full TP on open. So literally the candle open went straight to full TP right there. So you guys see what I'm talking about here? This is the high-low momentum pivot scalp strategy that we're looking at. I mean, this also aligns with it as well. So this right here was a high-low momentum pivot scalp. I actually should have taken this trade. It was on opening price right here. So it was a red flag, which I couldn't take. But this right here would be a high-low momentum pivot scalp. This is also an entry for the other strategy I showed you here. We have a sell momentum on the 10-minute, 5-minute, and then sell momentum here on the 1-minute where entry is taken. And this shows you that it's just a pure momentum trade. You have momentum here for sells on 3 different time frames. You have the entry on the 1-minute. You would have taken the trade there. It would have went straight to full TP. So these are basically, it's going to be the main 2 strategies I'm looking at, right? Looking at these 2. I'll use them as confluence. I'll use them as separate strategies. The trend here doesn't matter too much because, as I mentioned, it's pure momentum. Like literally, we don't care about the trend. We just want to care where momentum is pushing, and we want to pretty much ride that tail. So we see momentum pushing down, and we're just going to ride it, basically ride the wave. So full TP off this, not even count the trade. Obviously, I didn't take it. It was at a red flag, but this doesn't fit criteria for both strategies. The only problem why we didn't take this trade here was because price was touching opening price, which is one of our main red flags right there. So it's okay. On to the next one. There's going to be more entries here. But yeah, it's crazy that I never really thought about applying this strategy. The thing is, I've been going through all my notes, and this was literally the first strategy I ever applied for scalping, and it works very well. The only problem was that for Forex, the spread's like 3-5 pips, where it's like impossible to take like 10 pips. You just can't get in and out. You'll have to cover the spread first. I also use this for binary options. I don't know if anyone's ever traded that before. It was like very, very risky asset to trade, but I made a lot of money trading binary options before. I used to make like almost $1,000 a day trading binary options, but it's super risky because instead of just taking the trade to TP, you'd have to like reach a certain price point, and that's where I get screwed. And there's also expiration time. So I'm sure a lot of you, or most of you, who are gamblers, have tried binary options at one point on the 1-minute or even the 5-minute. Super risky, but super lucrative if you can do it properly. Yeah, Maddie said, I've tried binary options, it's bullshit. Yeah, the problem with that there is that sometimes you can't get out of your trade because you have to reach like a strike price. The thing with this, where we're trading the strategy on like directional moves, is that you can pull out whenever. So if you're like a few pips in profit, you can just pull out. For binary options, you can't pull out like that because it moves too fast. And I don't recommend anyone do binary options. Trust me, I've made a lot of money on that. I've lost a lot of money on that. I came out in profit, luckily, but I don't think I'll ever go back to it. All right, so with this right here, price is still pushing down. There's no entries for us to take. We're looking for a momentum signal, guys, so just keep that in mind. All of our entries here are basically based off momentum signals. So when we get a momentum signal here, we can look for a possible entry, but at the moment, there's nothing for us to take right now. Looking for a sell currently. I know everything is bullish right here, but on the shorter time frame, we're looking for a sell because price is down here below the pivots. So let's look at the fundamentals again real quick. Fundamentals are currently still up 166 points. Look at CNBC real quick, see if there's any updates here. Yeah, I don't really see anything over here. Damn, Qatar to ban beer at World Cup stadiums in dramatic reversal 2 days. Interesting. That's pretty interesting. They're going to ban beer. Don't like soccer players like beer. I mean, not soccer players, soccer fans like beer. So we'll see what happens there. Anyways, all right, price is pushing back up. So we have a buy signal right here, but we can't take this trade here because price is right at open. So we get a buy signal here. I mean, this would technically fit under the criteria for, actually it won't because the trend here is still bearish. So it is bouncing off the low over here and a possible buy signal, but it doesn't meet criteria for actual entry. So in order for me to take buys here on this strategy, I need this to have a buy signal. So I need the 10 minutes to have a buy signal. I need the 5 minutes to have a buy signal. When a buy signal comes up on the 1, then that's where I would take the entry. However, if price comes back down, then I'll continue looking for sells. So I actually want this to close as a buy signal. So if price does come back down, I can take that for a sell. Let's see. Slava said made 15K on binary in 4 days, then lost 27 in 1 day. Yeah, no, binary is you know, it's a little beast. I wouldn't mess with it. Maddie said there's a high-low quick scalp right here. I missed it. I didn't take it. If you guys took it, let me just mark it up real quick. Yeah, I would have hit full TP already. Maddie said got shitty entry, so I pulled TP on TradingView. Okay, yeah, so it already hit TP right here. If you guys got the high-low quick scalp, I'm not really looking for that strategy myself here on the live session. But you know, if you guys are taking it, it's fine. You can still apply whatever strategies you guys like, but I'm focusing on just 2 strategies to show you guys discipline and consistency with just focusing on 2 strategies, right? If you guys have other strategies that you guys know, feel free to apply them. This is more catered towards like the more beginner trader, right? Because it's hard for a beginner trader to really apply like 5-10 strategies if they're not familiar with all of them. It's going to be focusing on high-level momentum pivot scalp and I guess we'll just call this the momentum scalp trade. Yeah, I've only showed this strategy to a few people. I just didn't like it before because there was so much to look at, but it's actually really good for scalping. It's just kind of hard when you have to look at 3 charts, but if you just focus on the momentum, it's really not that difficult. All right, so price is stuck between opening price and the sessions down here. In order for us to get an entry, I need price to be up a little higher. It's just a little low right now. We got opening price and we got the sessions right here. And we got news coming up over here in about 20 minutes. Yeah, no, definitely. Mandy said, yeah, beginners. Okay, I mean, need as much help as possible. Yeah, no, I think if you focus on these 2 strategies, Mandy, you should be fine. So again, we have another mentoring session on Monday, guys. We'll go into another deep dive on this. And I'll go over, you know, these main strategies here. You know, as I mentioned again for Forex, I'm going to be focusing on the 4-hour. I'll go and review the SR zone to zone strategy so that you guys can understand this completely. It's not very difficult. It's actually a lot easier than the other one. And since it's on the 4-hour, you don't have to be on the charts all day. The 4-hour candle closes 6 times a day. So you only need to look at the chart about 6 times a day if you want to trade Forex. If not, you just want to stick to US30, that's fine too. I prefer just to stick to US30, but you know, I'm trying to cater to the masses here. As you know, I know a lot of you guys still like to trade Forex and you guys like set and forget trades. So nothing for us to enter right here just yet. You know, just as I mentioned, we're focusing on these momentum signals. If you have a momentum signal, that's going to be our catalyst. That's going to be our green light to look for an entry. Here you go. Price comes down and rejects off the sessions down here. This is why we avoid the horizontal lines. We don't trade at news price. We don't trade at opening price. We don't trade at sessions because you get stuff like this. Price will come down, bounce directly off the sessions and come back up. At this point, price can either go up or it can come back down. You have a 50% chance of it going your direction. So it's really a gamble at that point. So it's not a gamble I'm willing to take. Yeah, Maddie said it knocked out liquidity. Looks like price is now setting up for a range. So we got the high right here, got the low right here. I mean, realistically, price is just ranging. So the range started a while back, actually, over here. This is just opening candle right here. It was a fake out. Price pushed up, faked out, came back down, and then just dropped down further. You know, I just realized this was actually the breakout right here, but we couldn't take it because it was at opening price. So the thing that I just noticed right now is that this red candle right here with the sell signal, this was actually the breakout. The push to the upside here wasn't the breakout because the candle here was too big. This red candle couldn't be the breakout because there's no sell momentum. The sell momentum was actually right here, and the breakout is still currently running. It's almost a full TP. So this is the first strong red candle with momentum signal. There we go. As price pushes down further, and the breakout would have hit full TP. So if you guys take the breakout today, not one I would take because obviously the red flags here, sessions and the entry candle here actually touched the opening price. So just two big red flags there. So I wouldn't take this as a breakout, but if you were not to, if you're just to ignore the red flags here and you just take the breakout as a normal strategy, this would be the breakout candle right here. So if you guys took it, great. If not, it's okay. Still looking for another entry here. Some profits over here from Narith. So Narith over here locked in a total profit of 7,697 for the day. Great work, Narith. All wins and no losses. Maddie over here as well, currently at 758 for the day. Great work, Maddie. And I think that's it for right now. If anyone has any more profits, Cameron over here as well. So Cameron's Narith's kid, and Cameron over here locked in a nice profit, 2018 for the day. All wins, no losses. Nice work, Cameron. Great. Yeah. So father and son over here killing it. This is Narith, Cameron's dad, locking 7,697, and then Narith's kid over here, Cameron, locked in 2018. So you guys did pretty good. Not bad for Friday. Solid, you know, father-son duo right there. You guys keep it up. I'm still looking for an entry here, so I'm looking for momentum signal. It's gonna be the main thing I'm looking for. Once I have that, I can start looking for an entry at this point. But right now, nothing for me to take. As I mentioned, there was a couple entries here that did come up. Unfortunately, I couldn't take them because obvious reasons. I was right at the sessions here and opening price. So this candle right here was the breakout. It actually aligned with three different strategies. This candle here aligned for the breakout. It was also the high-low momentum pivot scalp, and it was also a sell entry here from the momentum scalp. Super, super solid. Yeah, Jonathan said, a family that trades together stays together. Exactly right. It's just like us here, all of us. All right, so there's no momentum signal here. I'm just waiting for that to come up, looking for a buy signal to come up here. Once it comes up, I'm going to look for it to swing back down, and I'll take the sell as it comes back down further. So it's kind of what I'm waiting for right here. I need that retracement, and I'll catch the drop down further. We also need a high to get established. There's no high here yet. Closest high is going to be up here. We need something higher. We need something lower down here so that when price bounces off, we can catch that high-low momentum pivot scalp. I actually want price to drop a little lower because it's right at the sessions right here. If we get that high anywhere up here, it's going to suck because it's going to be in the way of everything else. If price rejects off this momentum or this session right here, then that's fine. But if price pushes up here, this is where we're going to have an issue. Because if we get the high up here and then we get the sell signal down here, it's not going to be possible, right, for us to take that entry. All right, so let's see where this is going here. Still nothing for us to take right now, but as you guys can see right here, so I'm going to show you another example of this here. You can see how price is pushing down below the pivots. You know how the trend here is not really a big deal. It's going to give you confidence. So like, for example, you see price coming down on all these time frames, then you're going to be more confident with taking a sell. Right here, we have a sell momentum on the 10-minute. We have a sell momentum, and I'll just circle here because it's kind of hard. I have the cursors running on all the charts. So we have a sell momentum there. We have a sell momentum here. What I need here is I need price to push up. And then once it pushes up, once I get another sell momentum back down, I'm going to take that there. And this is going to it's going to be pure momentum. So like similar to this entry right here, right? So the sell signal from earlier today, we had a sell momentum right there, sell momentum there, sell momentum there. This fit criteria. And if you took that for a sell there, obviously you tell full TP. TP was 100 pips, so it literally went straight to full TP on the next candle for a solid win. And that's what I'm looking for. So as you guys can see, it's super simple. You're just looking for momentum signal, and then you make sure if everything lines up. So you're basically just catching momentum as it moves. So nothing here. There's just nothing right now. If you guys have any questions about any of the things that I'm doing today or at all in general, just pop them in the chat and then I'll clarify anything for you. Hey, David, how's it going? David said, hey, David, newbie here. When you mention your stop loss is stop loss TP, you say 100, 300, but is that 1030? I'm using MT4. So it depends on your broker, David. 1040 is going to be the points, right? So points are just a multiple of 10 of the pips. So pips would be 1,000, 300, because you're going for 1,000. You're going for 100 pips. But if you're going for points, it would be 1030. So it depends on what broker you're using. I'm not sure which one you're using. If you're using FTMO, it's actually even more different. It's 1,000, 3,000, because you have to add an extra zero to it. So using Henko. Let me see. Jonathan, can you help with this? Because I know you use Henko too. Jonathan, for your TP stop loss on MT4, do you put 1,000 or do you put 100? Jonathan's in the chat right here too, David. So I'm going to see if he can respond because I don't use Henko for my personal account. Let me message him real quick. He's probably working. Where you at, Jonathan? What number do you use on MT4 for Henko for your TP stop loss? Yeah, so David, Jonathan here actually uses it. So I'll wait for him to respond to me. David, it's either going to be 100 or it's going to be 1,000. I can't remember because I've never done it on Henko. I trade on FTMO, but I think it's similar. Yeah, no problem. You know what? Jonathan actually asked this question yesterday. Okay, yeah, so he used 30-10. So yeah, that's what you would put, David. You put 10-30 for TP stop loss. It's a little different. All right, cool. So you're on point with that. Yeah, I know it's kind of weird. Each broker is a little different. FTMO, I have to put 1,000 for certain brokers. You have to put 100 for other brokers. You put 10. I think Henko uses point system, so sounds about right. All right, so there's nothing here for us to take just yet. Price is now between these two sessions. We still need that retracement. So I like that price drop below. This is perfectly fine. I need price to push up. And then when it pushes up, we'll get that buy signal. And once it comes back down, we'll get that sell signal and we can take that trade. Looking over here, we're definitely looking for sells right now. This price has dropped below. So we'll see where that goes. All right, perfect. We got that buy signal there. We need this to close. If this closes here, then we can start looking for sell signals. All right, we need that buy signal. Let's get that buy signal in there. Once we get that buy signal, we'll look for the opposite entry or opposite signal, and we'll take that trade. All right, so no buy signal here yet. If this establishes a new low or a new high here, we'll just move it down. All right, so this is the new high now. But we don't have that buy signal. We need that buy signal to come up so we have a retracement. We can confirm the retracement until we get that buy signal. Yeah, Maddie said another quick scalp right there. Yeah, as you guys can see, these quick scalp entries come up super quickly. So, I mean, unless you're really fast, you're going to miss them. There's a quick scalp entry right here. It like literally went straight to TP. If you guys want to watch the mentoring session with David on Tuesday, we actually went over that in detail too. Or if you want me to cover it in the next mentoring session, just let me know. Yeah, Maddie said anticipating retracement, so he's waiting for the next momentum to trade in that direction. Yeah, same here, Maddie. Looking for the same exact thing. So we got the buy signal right here. That's perfect. It's exactly what we were waiting for. Got the buy signal pushing up. We just need it to close. That's the main thing. You can see it does push up and then it weakens a little bit. So gets to that point and then it comes right back down. So we got some weak candles right here. We got news coming up shortly. It's hoping that buy signal comes up around news so that we can get that retracement. I want price to get as close as possible to the sessions right here. The closer, the better, so that we have all this open space down here to trade. The one thing I don't want to happen is I don't want price to start consolidating. Looks like it's going to start consolidating here, but not quite. That's what I want to avoid. So no buy signal there yet. Another pending one off this candle here. This would not be an entry for a high-low momentum pivot scalp because price is below the pivot. So this is going to indicate that we're looking for sells. It's not going to be a high-low. It's not going to be a momentum scalp here either because we don't have a buy signal for the 5 or the 10. So just keep that in mind. All right, possible buy signal here. So need that to close. I don't want it to push above the session, so that's the main thing. So I want it to be close, but I don't want it to push past it. If it pushes past it, it's a little too much. All right, so we got the buy signal there, perfect. It's exactly what we were waiting for. Now we need a sell signal. The only problem here is that it's right next to news price, so we gotta wait for the news to pass over here. Check the news event real quick. 7 o'clock, we got existing home sales and CB leading index. I'm expecting this to be negative. Existing home sales. Or actually, I don't know, this might be up. So I think this might be negative, but it might be up. The reason why I think it might be up is because interest rates went down by 1% this month. So interest rates went down a little bit. So, you know, some people might be jumping the gun and hopping in and buy homes already, but it's not a huge difference. So the high right there. Got news right here at 7. Yeah, existing home sales and CB leading index. Got 3 minutes till news. Got some time. There goes price pushed up and tested the sessions right there. All right, so let's see where this goes. Again, we're looking for a sell signal. If price does come back down, possible entry, but we don't have that yet. So no entry right there. This is going to align with the momentum scalp over here as well. The only problem is we got news coming up shortly. So this is obviously, if we get a sell signal here, it's going to be a little too risky for us to enter anything. Obvious reasons. I don't want news to pass first before we get that sell signal. So we got a sell signal right here. This would technically be an entry. I think it's going to be a bit too risky. If you guys want to take it, feel free. But it's like literally right at news. So I don't know if you guys want to take that. Because the problem with news here is I don't know how markets can react to news, right? It can be in your favor. It can be opposite, but it's really up to you guys if you guys want to take it. Fits criteria for high level momentum scalp and also for the momentum scalp as well. So we'll see where it ends up going. Price is kind of just bouncing around right there. We do got news right here in the next minute. I actually took it, so it hit my TP. So I went straight to my TP, locked in 1,260. I had a feeling it was going to happen really quickly. So it happened right before news, hopped in, hit my TP. I'll send you guys my profits right now as well. So the reason why I was convinced to take this trade is because it aligned with both strategies, right? We had a sell momentum here, sell momentum here, sell momentum here. This is one whole strategy on its own, straight momentum. We align it here with the high-low momentum pivot scalp, and you have two high-quality trades aligning with each other. So that's why I knew it was gonna price spike to my TP, and that's why I took it. Nice work, Natasha. So I just wanted to give you guys a disclaimer there before I took it, because I didn't want you guys to enter and then be mad because you took a trade on news. But I had a feeling it was going to spike the TP. Patrick caught it as well. Great work, guys. Patrick, Natasha, myself, we all took that trade right there. So full TP on the high level momentum pivot scalp plus momentum scalp for a full TP right there. Let me take a screenshot of my profits. We got news right here. Let this news candle pass real quick. And that played out perfectly. That was exactly what I was waiting for. I mentioned to you guys in detail what I was waiting for, and actually both of them came up. So both criteria was met, and it blasted right through my TP. Some slippage to in my favor, so thankfully for that. It's going to make up for my mess yesterday. If you guys didn't take it, it's all right. Don't worry. Well, we'll be waiting for other ones. It's not the only entry for today. We got a lot of entries to take today, hopefully. Yeah, but not bad for Friday. Thanks, Peter. Peter said the news was neutral and negative. Thanks for the heads up right there. So quick profit right there. My MC4 is working again. You guys can see the green strip. I turned off my computer yesterday. I haven't turned off my computer in over 6 months. I finally turned it off yesterday and everything is running smoothly. So thanks for the heads up, everybody who kind of gave me some advice on turning off my computer. I'm probably going to turn it off every night now, at least once a night, because MC4 is really screwing with me yesterday. All right, so here are my profits. You guys can see my full TP over here. You can see the green strip. I locked in 1,260 off that trade. Quick straight to TP. Here's my copy. Here's some slippage in my favor, locked in 1,510. So I'm just taking a screenshot of my FTMO trades because it's just too many accounts for me to screenshot now. So I'll just take this for now. If I get more comfortable with applying entries, then I'll start screenshotting everything. But right now, I'll just focus on these two. I mean, I got nothing to show off anyways. You guys already know if I won on one account, I won on all the accounts, right? So not really a big deal. So great profit off that scalp on live session. All right, guys, if you made profit off that, feel free to post your profits up. I'll add them to the list. And we will continue on with more trades. All right, so we got some profits over here from Narith. So Narith sent in some more profits. He's currently up 8,407. Great work, Narith. He actually took that trade with us right there, it looks like. So solid move right there. And there are my profits, 1,200. My other account, 1,500. Sisuk over here currently up 5,200 for the day. Great work, Sisuk. Scotty over here as well, currently up 1,615. So great work, guys. Great profits all around. You guys locked in some pretty solid profits off those trades from today, whether they're off the analysis or whether they're off the official trades we took there. So all right, enough celebrating off that. We're back to the charts, looking for another entry here. So price is below the sessions right here. We need price to drop a little lower because a lot of red flags up here. Red flag between these two areas, and obviously red flags up here. So we just need this right here to drop a little lower so that we can have some space. Looking over here at the momentum. Momentum here is still strong for a sell. Sell momentum on the 10, sell momentum on the 5. We need a retracement here on the 1 and continuation back down lower. So we get that retracement, drop right back down, full TP again right there. So just yeah, keep that in mind. Other than that, I don't see anything else here. Anything else for CNBC? Nothing right now. Let me check the news. Yeah, it says home sales. Home sales fell for the 9th straight month in October. Higher mortgage rates scared off potential buyers. Yeah. So for this month, I think, well, it's going to be dropping further. I think it's going to pick up again, maybe a little bit next month, if not next month, next year. Usually the winter is a slow season for home sales because people aren't looking to move during the winter, right? It's too cold. So they're not looking to move during the winter. But with interest rates down, people might be locking in some deals. So we might have more pending home sales, probably not actual sales, but pending home sales by next month, if not by next year. Because interest rates seem like they're going to be dropping a little bit. I don't know how much, but we'll have to see with, this recession coming. It's going to be interesting next year, especially with Trump back running for president. So it's going to be pretty interesting. If you guys were, everyone was obviously, it was on the news every day. If you guys followed Trump's campaign the first time around, a lot of outlandish stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, Maddie said buy breakouts. Exactly. Yeah, when Trump was president, literally whenever he posts on Twitter, you could just take a buy and it'll literally go straight to TP. He had so much good to say about the economy, even though the economy wasn't doing good. It was just good for markets. A lot of speculation. All right, so US30 over here is coming back down. Got no buy signal here. Yeah, Maddie, exactly. Super, super simple. Yeah, I kind of like that the presidential race is going on now because we are scalping. So like when the presidential race is going on, a lot of the candidates and the actual President Biden, he's going to be saying a lot of things that's going to make the market move. So when they say stuff, it's beneficial for us because volatility is high. We don't really care about the long-term moves. We just care about the short-term pushes because it's going to push straight to our TP whenever we take any entries. All right, so nothing here right now, guys. We're still waiting, looking for something good to come along. We need a retracement to happen. We don't have that yet. So we need price to come down, retrace up a little bit, and come back down lower. So basically, it's basically coming down and testing all of the sessions below here. Price coming back up, retrace. It's basically what we're looking for. So we get that pattern, we can take an entry here. But just keep in mind, guys, today is Friday. So don't forget today is Friday. It's one of the riskier days of the week because a lot of people are going to be pulling out of the market towards later in the session. So one of two things will happen today. Price will either die down and just be flat because everyone's already pulled out of the market, or people are going to panic sell because we're going into, not really panic sell, but we're going into a holiday week. So there's going to be a lot of people who aren't trading next week because it is Thanksgiving. So what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to pull out of their positions. You're going to get some volatility. That's probably what's happening here too. So price is dropping right here. A lot of people are probably just riding this wave and selling off their positions as price drops lower as they get ready for the long weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. It's Thanksgiving, if you guys forgot. This year flew by pretty quickly. I feel like it was just summer. Went from like July, now it's November. About to be December. And we're going to be wrapping up this year pretty soon. It's been a pretty good year so far. So if you guys have been part of the group for a while, if you guys have been trading US30 with me pretty much every day, I mean, you guys should be doing pretty well because we've been doing overall pretty great. Let me check the results real quick. So for the year so far, for just US30 live trading, we didn't do many signals this year because I discontinued signals. I just brought them back. So we're not really taking record of signals. We're posting the signals, but we're not taking record until like next year because there's no point. It's like we have about a month left and a bunch of holidays. So there's not going to be too many entries. But for the live trading here, we currently have 144 wins and 17 losses. This is all from the live session. So it's been a pretty good year. I mean, as long as you guys didn't make any mistakes, didn't over leverage, and stuck to the game plan, you guys should have been doing pretty fine. That's the main thing, right? The main problem with most people is just sticking to the game plan. What happens is like when you guys enter a loss or you don't see any entries, people get, sorry guys. It's like a little evil dog outside barking, so look at my dogs. So anyways, what I was saying was, as long as you guys stuck to the game plan, you guys should be doing pretty good this year. I mean, if not great, you guys should be doing you should be at least profitable. The main problem with a lot of people is that like people aren't disciplined to stick to like one strategy or stick to one game plan where they start to change things up throughout the year. And then they end up going into a big, deep hole. And it's unfortunate because it happens to a lot of people. So, take that as a lesson. If you're not profitable this year, next year you got to make a change, right? You got to stick to like what works and you got to avoid what doesn't work. So what works here is obviously these scalps. We've been doing this every day for the entire year. Even when I'm on vacation. Actually, when I'm on vacation, I do a lot better for some reason. I went on about like, I don't know what, like 6 or 8 vacations this year. And I made the most profit during my vacation. Like I was in Hawaii for a week. I had to wake up 3 hours early because they're 3 hours ahead over there. Or 6 hours ahead over there. So I had to wake up like at 3 a.m. every day to trade with you guys and actually made a lot of profit while I was in Hawaii. Yeah, same with Maddie. Maddie said he was hitting in Hawaii. Yeah, you have to get up super early there because they're 3 hours ahead of New York. So you got to be super, or 3 hours ahead of us here. So yeah, guys, if you guys should, at the end of this year, just reflect on your trades, reflect on your account. If your account is not positive this year, you obviously were not doing something properly, right? You were either applying your own strategies, not following the strategies, trading outside of the live session. There's a lot of reasons why. And if you need help with that, so if you guys are not profitable and you guys don't understand why, because all the majority of people here should be profitable. If you're not profitable, set up a mentoring session with me, right? I'm doing one-on-one mentoring sessions right now. I typically don't do this, but I'm trying to get a lot of you guys ready for next year. So if you guys really want to step up your trading game and you don't understand what you're doing wrong, message me and I'll set up a mentoring session with you one-on-one where you can just talk to me and we could figure out what your issue is. Because I'm pretty sure I could already pinpoint what it is. It's going to be over trading, revenge trading, not sticking to the game plan, trading outside the live session, FOMO. There's a lot of things. But the good thing about that is that you guys can fix that issue, right? That issue is a personal issue. It's an issue with yourself. So you have to really drill down on that. Anyways, back to the charts over here. Don't worry, I'm not missing anything here. There's nothing for us to take. We have the buy signal here that we're looking for, but it's right at news price. So all these horizontal lines right here, we don't take trades at these points. So I can't take any trades here. If a sell signal comes up, I can't take a trade over here. Can't take a trade over here. These are not areas for me to trade in. So don't worry, we're not missing anything here. If you guys are worried about that, we're just waiting for this to play out. So, all right, let's see. Let's go back to the momentum charts over here. We still have a sell signal across the board. So we're still looking for sells here. We just need price to confirm some sort of entry. Either way, if we get a sell signal here, no entry, sell signal down here, no entry as well. See if there's anything else here for me to look at. Oh, nothing at all. So we still got some time on the clock, guys. So don't worry if you guys are worried about time. It's 7:14 right now. We still have about I think well over 40 minutes to look for an entry. Just not in a good area right here. So let me just review the strategies that I'm going to be using. So for the live sessions, our two main strategies are going to be the high-low momentum pivot scalp strategy right here. And then also for this one over here, what the requirements for this is going to be called the momentum scalp. I'm going to try to keep them as simple as possible. I don't want to have complicated names. So for one, confirm momentum on the 10-minute time frame. Over here, confirm momentum on the 5-minute time frame. Reconfirm momentum on the 1-minute time frame. Or we'll do this. We'll use trend. I mean, I typically don't need trend here, but we should probably use the trend here. Confirm overall trend. Confirm trading direction of overall trend. And then for this, enter on the close of the 1-minute momentum candle, 6 TP stop loss set to. Let's put pips here, keep it simple. All right. So these are basically going to be the main strategies I'm going to be looking at. So for this, you want to confirm you're trading in the trading direction of overall trend. So down here, everything's in a bearish trend. Confirm momentum on the 10-minute. Right here, we have a sell momentum. Confirm momentum on the 5-minute. We have a buy momentum here. So as you can see, all of these here are not aligning anymore, right? This is a buy, this is a buy, or this is a pending buy, and this is still a sell. So they have to align. You want to go in this direction. So you want to go from the 10 to the 5 to the 1. This is where entry is made, but you want to make sure that the overall trend and overall momentum is moving in your direction. So for the live sessions, this is going to be one of the main strategies I'm going to be applying. It's going to be mainly one of the confluences, but it can be applied as a separate standalone strategy as well. So basically this right here, I'll have this chart just left like this at all times. Over here, we'll be applying the high level momentum pivot scalp. And then for Forex, I'm going to be applying and I'm only going to be trading on the 4 hour. I was trading on the 1 hour for a bit this week and for the past couple of weeks, but it's just too much work. I can't be on the screen for 24 hours. It's not good for anyone's health to be on the computer for that long. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to trade on the 4 hour time frame, and then I'm going to be applying the right here. It's a super simple strategy. So let me show you an example over here, actually, or I just use this example right here. So basically the way that this strategy here worked was I saw these zones right here, confirm break and close past K2SR zone. So there's a zone right here. This candle here broke and closed past it. You confirmed the direction of momentum. We had a buy signal right here. I entered when this candle closed, and I pretty much wrote it up to here. What I do is I round it to the nearest biggest number. So like, for example, this is 17 pips. I'm rounding it to 15, basically 15 or 20, but I want to be before the zone. So with that said, I would have entered the trade right here, let the trade retrace a little bit, come back up, and full TP right there on that next candle. This is kind of not the best example here. I think GA would probably be the better example. Okay, because this is more space. So same thing again right here, which replayed to this candle over here. And this is the same strategy I used for all of our previous signals. When I used to call signals, years back, this was the only strategy I applied. And I'm just going to go back to it. So confirm break and close past K2SR zone. So this candle right here is breaking and closing past the zone. Confirm the direction of momentum. We have a buy momentum right here. Enter on the open of the falling candle. This candle right here closed. You enter at that point. You ride it to the next zone for 90 pips. I mean, technically you could run for 100, but it's going to be into the zone. So you don't want to do that. You want to have some space in between. Stop loss over here would be 1-to-1. You just let the trade run. It's a set and forget trade. You let the trade run. This trade runs for a long time, but eventually it does hit TP. Blast right through it, full TP. Because typically when you draw these zones here, these SR zones, price basically it magnetizes towards these price points, right? Price breaks above, buy signal, it touches the zone. Price breaks below, pushes below, etc. The one thing that I'm going to be adding to this is going to be the trend, because you kind of want to trade in the direction of the trend. So I'll be showing that to you guys as well on Monday for the mentoring session. But for this right here, solid win. It did take some time, but eventually it did hit. So this trade right here ran for about 3 days, or 1 day actually, 1 to 2 days. But it did hit full TP for 900 pip or 90 pips. All right, back to US30. There's nothing here. So that's a quick rundown of what we're going to be applying. For all of the signals, I'm going to be applying this one strategy. If you want to learn the strategy, I'll show it to you. You can apply it whenever you want, like on basically any asset. So we're going to be applying this only, or I'm going to be applying it only for my signals. Maddie's going to be helping with signals. So I'm going to be going over this with him as well for US30 live sessions, high level momentum pivot scalp. And then for the US30 over here as well, the momentum scalp. So pretty simple, just 3 strategies to master. Every Monday I'll be going over this in the group mentoring session. If you guys want a one-on-one session, we can go over this as well. But yeah, my main goal here is to get you guys right for next year. Shouldn't be too difficult. I mean, 3 strategies isn't going to be a deal breaker for you guys. The requirements are super simple. This strategy basically aligns with this one. It's the same thing. And this one over here is like no brainer. It's on the 4 hour time frame. So it shouldn't be too hard at all. All right. So anything else here for me to look at? I don't think I see anything at the moment. 7:21 right now. We still have about 30 minutes till 8. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, we'll keep looking for entries here. So no entries here right now. And just a reminder, this overall direction confluence is good for like higher time frames, but it's not really necessary for the 1 minute. Patrick is asking, Sean, what kind of lot sizes are you running on Forex for, say, 100 pip move? It varies because I go off a risk percentage, Pat. So like for me, it's a $10,000 account. So like I'm risking about like 300 per trade because I'm doing 3% risk. So each Forex pair is different. So if you're comparing, like, so for example here, if you're comparing GA to EU, your USD, they're going to be completely different because this is a US pair, right? So you're not going to have a set lot size. The reason we could have a set lot size for US30 is because this is the only asset. For Forex here, there's like a bunch of these assets and everything is weighed differently. The JPY trades are a little bit cheaper because, you know, they're a cheaper asset. If you're trading odd JPY right here, this is going to be you can use a way bigger lot size, but it's not going to equal to the same amount of profit. Like a 1 lot for odd JPY and a 1 lot for odd USD are completely different. These are typically going to be like on a standard lot, it's going to be $1 per pip or $10 per pip. For odd JPY, it's going to be maybe like 70% of that. So there's no set lot size. I don't even think I have them here. Let me see on my account. Yeah, it's not on my history here because it doesn't show on TradingView, but my lot sizes, they vary. So let me check on, I'll just check for you. I'll pull up my Forex.com account on my phone, or I could just show you on here. So say, for example, right here, so you can't really do the math on this, Patrick. I mean, you can, but I don't know. Have you ever tried it before? It's a lot more difficult than you think. So, okay, here's 100 pips, right? I can just show you on here. 100 pips. I'm doing a 3% risk. My lot size here is going to be 0.41 for odd JPY, right? You compare that to odd USD, and if I'm taking a sell entry here, and it's 100 pips, my lot size is 1.25. So you can see the big difference right there, right? It's almost like triple the lot size. So you can't really do the math on here, or actually it's different. So this is 0.29. So it's like double the lot size here. So it's kind of hard to do the math. You have to use a lot size calculator for this. It's not like US30 where you can do it by hand because it's a set number, right? It's like 1 lot would be, 10 cents per pip. But for Forex, it's like way different. And if you want to see something even crazier, you go to GA over here. This one's going to be like way different. So you try to take a sell at this point. Your stop loss is 100 pips. You're doing a 3% risk. It's a 0.44 lot size. So what I would recommend is, there's not really much. I guess I could recommend it. You just go on TradingView. This would probably be your easiest thing to do. Let me see. You could probably set up a demo account. So just go over here to, what's the demo account at? Oh, paper trading right here. So if you're going to trade this on, say, if you want to trade this on, say, your FTMO, right? You just go here and you can always reset this. So you just go to reset trading, paper trading account, set this to 200K. So say you're on a $200,000 account, right? And you want to run this. Now, when you have your demo account set on here, say you're taking like an odd NZD position or whatever, and you set this up, you go to limit, stop loss, 100 pips. You want to risk 1%. It'll tell you right here, you're taking a 3.24 lot size. So I think this would probably be your easiest way to do it, Patrick, or you can use a calculator on a different website. But I think this would probably be your easiest way. So your lot size would be 3.24, 1% risk. You want to do a 3% risk. Your lot size is now 9.73. So back to US30, still no entries here. I mean, there's an entry right here that's coming up, guys, but it's right through the red flag. It's right at the sessions. And it's right at the It's right at the news price right there. Yeah, no problem, Patrick. I wish it was that easy because you know how you're doing the 10 cents per lot. It's easy on US30, but on Forex, each pair is worth differently. So you're better off using a calculator. You can just Google it too. Like if you're on Google or something, just Google Forex calculator and you can find it on there. I think there's one over here on Baby Pitch or something. So let's see. Forex hip calculator. Yeah, you go to baby pips and then right here, you can put this in your price and then position size. But this is kind of a lot of work. I'd probably just do it on, on TradingView. It's faster. All right. So as I mentioned right here, guys, there's a sell signal here, but it's right at the session. So not exactly one that we can take. This would fit the criteria. So this doesn't meet the criteria for a high-low momentum, but this does meet the criteria for a momentum scalp. So this right here would be a momentum scalp. I'm not taking it though because it's like literally at the sessions. I'll follow it and we'll see where it goes if it actually plays out. But as I mentioned, it's right at the session, so not an area where I want to be trading in, right? So I got it marked up right here. Perfect. Thanks, Maria, for the calculator link right there. So this is why you don't trade at the sessions, right? Look where price is currently at. It just ended up being manipulated back to the upside. So this is exactly why we don't trade when we have these horizontal lines right here. Not to say that price won't come down and hit its TP. It's just way too risky. You're basically gambling at this point if you're taking trades at the sessions. I mean, literally at the sessions is the worst part. If it's touching the sessions, it's just as bad. But this one literally came down to the sessions and then it spiked up. So good thing we didn't take the trade there because that would have been a horrible outcome. So again, keep in mind, don't trade at any of these horizontal lines. You guys can see how this faked out. Price closed, it actually closed below the sessions right there, but then it just reversed completely. So don't take any trades right here at the sessions. Don't take any trades at the news price. You're gonna end up in positions like this where you're gonna be so mad at yourself because you're like, damn, I should have just avoided it. These sessions really help when to avoid trades. So right here, you can see price get manipulated to the upside. Right here, you can see price get manipulated to the downside. This doesn't always happen though. Sometimes price will break past it. So for example, right here, you can see how price got manipulated right here. Price came down, tested the sessions, came back up, faked out and blasted right through. So this can happen too, where price will blast right through. But there's no really way to tell if that's going to happen or not. So it's better to just sit it out rather than gambling off a trade like that. So this right here, still no entry buy signal. It's going through the news candle or the news price. There's no high-low momentum scalp here. Actually, no, there is. So there's a high-low momentum scalp here, but it's pushing right through the news price, and it's also at the sessions. So right there, full TP, blasted right through, hit its TP right there, but then it's coming back down, rejected directly off the sessions right there for a double top, basically. So not exactly the best type of entry to take. Looking over here at the momentum scalp, there's no buy signal here, so that doesn't fit the criteria. So no buy signal here, no buy signal here, buy signal here. That doesn't meet the criteria. You have to start from the 10-minute on its way down. So looking at this right here, you guys can see the 10-minute, there's a pending buy signal. There's a buy signal that came up right here. There's also a pending buy signal that came up right here. So if this here closes as a buy signal, that's perfectly fine. Right? If this is a buy signal, this is a buy signal, and then this over here pushes up and we get this to play out, this type of pattern, then this is perfect because when it retraces down again, we take another buy signal right here, and then we ride that up even further. You just ride the wave up. So just a matter of time. We got about 8 minutes left on this candle right here on the 10-minute. Once this candle here closes, this can be our shift to the upside. Let's see, we got some more profits over here. Narith with some more profits. Great work, Narith. Narith's almost up 10,000 for the day. So he's killing it. He's basically letting these trades move, and he's letting them hit their TP. So right over here, currently at 9,477, almost at that 10,000 goal for the day. Solid work, Narith. Rashida over here as well. She said she got in quick scalp too late, but ended up in profit. That's solid. So Rashida over here as well, currently at 589 for the day. Nice work, Rashida. You had one loss there, but it's okay. You made it right back and straight into profit. So it's all good. The key thing here too, guys, is, you got to keep this in mind. Losses are going to happen. So the thing with Rashida here is she didn't let that bother her at all. She had a loss right here. She's like, all right, whatever, on to the next one. Kept taking some more trades, and she bounced right back into profit. So just something to keep in mind, guys. I feel like a lot of people, they get too hung on their losses, and then they can't bounce back from it. When you guys have a loss, you have to understand it's part of the game. So just bounce back from the loss and then keep trading. Don't overtrade and don't revenge trade, but keep trading. If it fits your criteria and your requirements are met, then take the trade and then keep it moving. So great work, Rashida. Kevin over here as well. He said great analysis as usual. Nice work, Kevin. So Kevin over here, all wins, no losses. Total profit of 13,969. Great work right here, Kevin. Looking at his trades over here, it looks like he was taking his form of the quick scalps, because it looks kind of similar to like what Maddie's was looking like before, right? Maddie likes to apply the quick scalp entries as well. So he did pretty good right here, Kevin, up almost 14,000 for the day. Not bad for Friday. Not bad at all. Patricia over here as well. She said she's not bad for Friday for her as well. She's currently up 1,745 for the day. Looks like she's taking some quicker scalps, which is not bad. I mean, as long as you're, you're taking risk into consideration, looks like you'd be doing pretty good. So not bad right here, Patricia. Pretty solid consistency here with your wins. Total profit of 1,745 for the day. So nice work, guys. You guys are killing it. Not bad at all. Lots of consistency here. Sisuk over here as well. Sisuk said literally entered before Sean mentioned sessions and realized again he didn't have his sessions indicator on. It still shot up though. Total profit of 6,350 for the day. So great work, Sisuk. So as you guys can see, a lot of people here are profiting, right? If you guys are not profiting in the group, you're probably doing something wrong. So I want to help you with that. If you guys are not profitable, if you guys are not consistent, set up a session with me, whether you're a member or not. I never help. Well, I mean, I do help non-members, but I never sit down for a one-on-one with people who are not members. But, maybe you're in a rough patch right now. If you guys are here on the YouTube and you guys need help and you guys are just not consistent and you guys are not profitable at all, maybe it's time for a change. If you want to sit down with me, I'll show you these strategies one-on-one. I'll just show you how these can help you, to help you get better. Typically I stay pretty private and I'm only within our group, but I'm always curious to see what you guys are doing, because if you guys are not doing well, I want to know what you guys are doing so I don't do that, or if I could do the opposite of what you're doing, right? And that's like not necessarily like I'm not calling out your strategy or like anything that you're doing. I just want to make sure that I'm providing the best types of quality entries for you guys here. So if you guys are not doing good, sit down with me, because I want to see what you're doing, and I can probably help you, and I can probably use your mistakes to help our community here to make us even better than we're already doing. So let me help you help me. So you help me, I help you. If you guys are applying some type of strategy and you need something to just push it to that next level, I probably have the tool for you, because I created these indicators with that in mind, to create a solution for what type of trading that you guys are doing. So say, for example, if you guys are applying double tops or double bottoms, a lot of the times I see a lot of people incorrectly identify double tops and double bottoms, right? So here's like US30 right here. The thing with this is that I always see people incorrectly identify double tops and double bottoms, but if you have the SR indicator right here, so for example, I'm going to go and mark up my zone right here, right? So this zone actually started way back here. And I always see people like misidentify where these double tops happen, because the double top and triple top strategy is actually really good. But what I see is a lot of people misidentify it. So this right here is not a double top, right? I always see people have like weird zones up here, and they have like a really huge zone, right? Like this right here. And they're like, oh, this is like a quadruple top. I'm like, nah, it wasn't a quadruple top, because it's not at the same level. This right here is a double top. And you can see this because you have my indicators here. We had the SR zone identify the zone, plus you have these high-low indicator to show you that this is on the same level. This here is not a double top. This here is a double top. And if you were to take this for a sell, and this isn't even my strategy, right? If like I can literally show you how to make your strategy better if you use my indicators. I mean, you don't have to use my indicators, but I can show you how much easier it is if you let me help you. So you have that set up right there, double top, you take that for a sell, full TP right there. So, I mean, all my tools here are made for a reason. I don't make random like indicators or random tools. I create all these indicators with a solution in mind. You know, I had some issue with my trading and that's why I created the indicator to help me with it. So yeah, if you guys want help, let me know. If not, it's fine. You guys can sit around on the live session and just follow what we're doing here. So, all right, price is starting to shift back to the upside. Yeah, I agree with Maddie. Maddie just mentioned that right now. You can see right here on the 10-minute, we have a buy signal, 5-minute buy signal, 1-minute buy signal. This is perfectly fine. This is going to line up with the momentum scalp entry over here. What I need this buy signal to close on the 10-minute. This has about 1 minute and 50 seconds left on it. Same with the 5-minute over here. This has about 1 minute and 40 seconds left on it. And the 1 minute over here, this is perfectly fine. I just need this to continue pushing up higher. If this pushes up higher right here, then we get this pattern set up right here. When price retraces, I'm ready to take that buy and make some more money today, right there. So that's what I'm looking for there. Right here on the 1 minute for the high-low momentum pivot scalp. There's no entry for us to take right here right now. I mean, technically there's an entry right here, but it's right at the session, so we can't take that trade. Right here, we have the low right here established. We have this momentum signal right here breaking past it. So this would technically be an entry, but it's right at the session, so we can't take that trade. I mean, you can take it if you want, but I'm not going to risk it. Right there would have been a full TP, but as you can see, price is having trouble getting past these sessions right here. So this was an entry right there for that. Not entry I like to take. I prefer to wait for it to push out of it. So for example, I'm waiting for this to push away, retrace, and continue. That's what I'm looking for right there. So just a matter of time. I just got to be patient with it. You know, trading is a game of patience, guys. I feel like a lot of people don't have patience for it. That's why they can't succeed. If you're able to sit on this live session with me for an hour and not take a trade, or a couple hours and not take a trade, you know, that's really testing your resilience and discipline. That's really what's key, guys. You guys have to know when to trade and when not to trade. I feel like everyone tries to take every single entry and they end up making a lot of mistakes. So right here on the 10-minute, the buy signal did not close, unfortunately. So I don't know if we're going to get any buys here, Maddie, because it is 7:40 right now. The next buy signal is going to have to come up at 7:50. So that's another 10 minutes from now. And then from there, we got about another 10 minutes till 8. So we'll see. I mean, maybe we'll get a super last minute entry. Maybe this will play out in the last 20 minutes of the market. It's 7:40 right now, so we've got 20 minutes till 8. But we can't take this entry here until the buy signal closes on here and the buy signal closes on here. We got another 10 minutes on this chart, so we just got to let that play out. Once that plays out, hopefully price will push away from these sessions over here. And we can ride this up to opening price. I think that would be key right there, right? Price pushes up, retraces. We get our entry down here. Have that little push up to open price. And lock it in. I think that would be solid right there. I'm going to take a look at sentiment again. Yeah, let's see. Maddie over here said, Maddie said, I think long-term direction will be bullish. I agree too. Fundamentals are up. Sentiment's still on the short side. You can see it pushing up to open price. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm anticipating too, Maddie. So let's take a look over here real quick. Look at retail sentiment. If you guys are new here and don't know what this is retail sentiment. This shows you where all the retail traders are trading. It shows that 68% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So as you guys know, majority of traders are not good at trading, right? They're not good at calling trades. So typically what I do is I try to do the opposite. So if it shows 68% of retail traders here, I want to do the opposite and buy. With that said, this is going to line up with my analysis right here so that we can take a buy. So retail sentiment, 68% short. Still lined up as it was earlier. Looking over here at the fundamentals. Fundamentals are currently up 140 points, so that's fine, still up there. Let's take a look at the other time frames. 4 hour. is currently bullish. 1 hour is bullish. If you guys are wondering what I'm looking at the trend meter down here. If it's green, that's bullish. If it's red, it's bearish. So 1 hour is also bullish. 30-minute is bullish. 15-minute is bullish. 10-minute is bullish. 1 minute is bullish. Everything's bullish. So with that said, I'm waiting for this here to play out. So I need this to push up. We got the no buy signal yet, but we do got the pending buy signal on the 10, pending buy signal on the 5. Let this push up higher, and still got 8 minutes. So it's got a lot of time until it reaches that point. But once it does, solid. Still nothing there yet. We still got a lot of time, so no worries here on the 5-minute. I'm hoping this here closes. If this closes, this will be the starting point for the momentum signals building up. So if we get this right here, this has about 1 minute and 40 seconds left on this candle. If this candle closes with the buy signal, I'm hoping the 10-minute follows with it. We get 2 buy signals here for momentum. Then if we get a buy signal on the 1 minute, then we're home free. We take that for a trade. Well, we just don't have that yet. Got about 1 minute, 20 seconds left on this right here. So main thing I'm focusing on right now is going to be the 5. This is going to be the first candle that's going to be leading for the momentum. So we got 1 minute left on here. This needs to close as a buy signal. If this doesn't close as a buy signal, it doesn't look like we're going to have any more entries until from now until 8, because you'll have about 15 more minutes to provide entry. But it doesn't look like it's having any luck getting past these sessions right here. This is really what's stopping it. It's the sessions, right? These candles here are trying to close bullish, but the session right here is like, no, you can't pass, right? It keeps trying to pass right here, but every time it gets past it, it just gets pulled right back down. Let's see, Patrick said, so basically it's a pivot scalp, but with confluence on higher time frames. Yeah, basically, Patrick. Yeah, pretty much for the most part. So again, this will like remind you of like the other strategies, right? Like this strategy reminds Patrick of the pivot scalp. As you can see, a lot of my strategies here, they just evolve off the main thing. So that's why my strategies are okay to apply on whatever entry you look at, right? If you see the entry on the 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute, or if you see different requirements for different strategies, they all align with each other in confluence, because all my strategies are pretty much the same thing. There's just different requirements. So basically for these momentum entries, they're all based off momentum signals, right? So this is the catalyst. The difference for here is you're using the momentum signal. That's always going to be the same. The difference is that for here, you're using multiple time frames. And then for this one over here, you're using the high low as a rejection point. So what I'm doing is basically I'm adding different confluences to like the one main thing. The main thing is a momentum signal. Everything is based off that entry. But the difference here is that I'm using different confluences. So for this strategy, the different confluence here is going to be the high low, right? You're looking for momentum to push away from it. For this one over here, it's like pure momentum. When you see momentum pushing in one direction, you're just riding that wave. So if you tie these two together, this plus this, then you have an ultimate strategy. The only difference with this here is that I don't want to put them together, because if you have too many requirements, you're never going to take any entries, right? Like if we're to require this, and then we also require a high-low momentum, rejection, then you're probably never going to have any entries. So that's why I have to split these up into smaller strategies. But when they do align, they become a triple confluence, quadruple confluence, as many confluences as you need. The more confluence you have, the better entry it is. So hopefully it's starting to come full circle. It seems for a lot of you guys here, you guys are starting to see it. It's all coming full circle. I have like multiple strategies, but they're all based off the same thing. They're either based off the momentum, based off the high lows, or based off the pivots. So you guys can see that all the indicators now kind of, they all relate to each other one way or another. And that's how I base all my strategies. So here are the main things in each of my strategies. Right, the main things in each of my strategies are: one, momentum for entry, trend for direction, rejection or confluence. That's literally it. If you look at all my strategies, this is all it's based off. It's all based off momentum for entry. So you know you're trading in the direction of price. Obviously, you want momentum to be there. Trend, so you know which direction to trade in, you know, because the trend is your friend, obviously. And then rejection for confluence. Like literally all my strategies are based off this. And I've been using these strategies for 11 years now. So, you know, if I've been using it for that long, you know, it goes to show that like consistency with application works. So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep it simple. Just keep a few requirements because you don't want to have too many. But, you know, if you can follow the game plan, you should be fine. So, all right, we have a buy signal here pending on the 10-minute. We have about a minute left on this candle. Hopefully this closes. And then the 5-minute over here as well. I think there's a pending one as well. If price pushes up higher, it has about a minute 45 left on here. This right here, there's another buy signal, but the problem with this is that it's still at the sessions. So I need this to push up a little higher. This does meet criteria here for a buy, but unfortunately it's not gonna be able to be taken because, you know, obviously reasons right there. It just doesn't fit criteria right at the sessions. So I need this to push up a little higher. We got about a minute left on this candle. I need this 5 minutes to close with a buy signal and this 10-minute. If we have that, then that's great because then on the 1 minute, I can find the retracement and then I can catch it as it pushes up higher from there. All right, so we got 1 minute left. 1 minute left on these two candles right here. I need this buy signal on the 5. I need this right here to close as well. So basically what I need is I just need a push up. All right, there goes that push up. Just keep it strong for the next 40 seconds. As long as it stays up, we'll be fine. Just keep price pushing up for the next 30 seconds. Doesn't have to push up too heavy. It just needs to hold its place. So as long as this 1 minute over here stays up above this line right here, then we should be good. Just got to keep price above there for the next 15 seconds. If we get that, we can confirm momentum on pretty much 5 minute and 10 minute, and we can start looking for entries. All right, looks like we're going to get it. And we got it. All right, perfect. So we have our setup over here. Buy signal, buy signal. Now on the 1 minute, we just need a retracement. So we need this to continue pushing. So we just need a retracement here. We need price to push up, retrace, provide a sell signal, and then continue. Once we have that continuation, we can take that buy and then ride this up to the next area. So this should make sense to you guys, right? If you guys are still confused about this, just let me know. I want to make sure because I'm trying to make this as simple as possible. You have momentum here, so you know price is going to push up. You know, that's going to be our likeliness of price continuing to push up. So this is going to be good for our buys. Price is above the pivots. Trend meter is green as well for a lot of these. So this is lighting up. Target price point is going to be opening price right here. So that's going to be target price point. And we will ride this up further. So we'll see where this goes. It's going to be a matter of time until we get to that point. But yeah, we're on our way up. So let's see, price is pulling back down below the sessions. This is not a good sign. I mean, it's not a bad sign, but it's also not a good sign because it's pushing down a little too much. So if it gets stuck between the sessions here again, we're not going to have any entry from now until 8. So I'm hoping it just bounces off it, pushes back up. But it's just not in a good area right now. All right. So we have the sell signal right here. This is fine. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's like, if it even touches it, as long as the price pushes back up and get a buy signal in the other direction, it's fine. What would be better would be an invalid sell signal. So if we get an invalid sell signal, it's perfect. This price could just push up higher, provide a buy signal, and then we will be able to take an entry off that. All right, we need that sell signal. Either sell signal or continued push up. Doesn't look like we're getting that sell signal. Another pending one right here. If this closes invalid, even better. Still valid. All right, just waiting. 753 right now. Everything here is still good. We got the buy signal on both of these right here. Price is retracing like we anticipated. It just kind of retraced down a little earlier than I thought, but it's still fine. We just need that sell signal. So we need a sell signal, but we don't want it to push too far below, right? Because it's going to be stuck at the sessions right here. All right. Still waiting for that sell signal. The reason why we're looking for a sell signal here, guys, is because we can't get a buy signal until we get that sell signal. So this strategy is based off a buy signal. So in order for us to get a buy signal, we need to get a sell signal first. So you just push around a little bit. Doesn't matter what kind of sell signal. It can be valid, invalid. We just need that there so we can get the opposite. Or if it pushes up a little higher and then it comes back down, that's fine too. See if there's anything else here for me to look at. All right, 7:55 right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. My job is here to help you guys out. So if there's anything that you guys want me to look at, feel free. Otherwise, we will continue to follow along. Maddie said there's a 15-minute pending buy signal as well. That's solid. Yeah, so even another confluence right there. You can see a lot of these time frames are starting to shift to the upside. See how far is this moving around right here? Oh man, this is a big drop right here. Not really a big drop, but it's going to get caught in this area where we really don't want to be stuck between. Seth said there's a pending high-low quick scalp on the 1 hour. Nice. All right, so we're kind of screwed now. Not in a bad way, but it's just it's down here again. So unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get any entries from now until 8. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Today's Friday, and we had our win already for today. So I'm currently up across my accounts, 1,260 off my main account. This is my full TP, and then my other account over here. So basically, I'll just cut the average of this, so I don't have to do all that work and screenshot everything again. So, oh shit. I definitely didn't make that much. So 1,260 plus 1,510. So basically 2,770. We'll divide that by 2 so we get the average 1,385 times 6. I made about 8,000 across my accounts today. So not too bad. And that's just off one trade. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, you know, as I mentioned before, guys, I'm going to have to reset my account soon for all of my funding companies because I had to rebrand my company. If you guys remember before, we were called K2 Trades, now we're called Kodi Trades. The rebrand kind of screwed up everything because FTMO, TFF, and MFF, they don't let me transfer over my email. So the problem is they've been sending me emails for the past like 2 months now, but I can't get them because I don't have access to my old email. And so I'm going to have to reset. I have to delete those accounts, even though they're funded accounts. I have to basically forfeit them and then redo the challenge all over again. So I'm probably going to be doing that soon. That's kind of why I'm kind of like on the fence about really following my other accounts. I'm just gonna have to throw them away. So I'm gonna go and have to, I'm gonna go and put that to start maybe by the beginning of the next year. So let's see, Maria said, she sent this real quick. Yeah, so Maria said she sees a difficult area right here. Is that where price is currently at, Maria? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, like the same area that you drew right here, Maria, it's in alignment with the sessions over here. So yeah, you are in a difficult area. There's sessions all over the place. So you did probably identify that because there's a session right here. I mean, this whole area in general is not a good area. It's difficult in general. So you got a session right there. You got a news price right here. You got sessions right there. Opening price right there. Sessions right there. So this whole area right here, you can't even really take many trades. So I agree with you. Difficult area in general. You know, possibly can take some trades down here, but we don't have momentum like that. Momentum's a buy right now over here. So, and it's starting to shift. So it went straight from like buy momentum to now sell momentum. So I don't think we're gonna have any trades. It's about to be 8 o'clock as well, guys. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, you know, you guys are always welcome to message me on Telegram or email me at sean@kodikaitrades.com. But it looks like we're gonna be wrapping this up. There's no entries for us to take right now at the moment. We already have our win for today, so I'm pretty happy about that. And we're closing out this week pretty good. I don't think we had any losses for US30 this entire week. So pretty solid trading for this week. Forex, not so great. I mean, it wasn't horrible, but I think I'm down maybe one loss for this week, which is not a big deal because I'm only trading like, you know, 1 to 3%. So I'm not really down that much. I'm probably down like $300, but I've already made that back for US30. So, you know, moving forward, guys, these are going to be the main strategies. I was going to focus mainly on this right here, but I think we need to toss another one into the mix in case like the market gets kind of boring like this. So I tossed in the momentum scalp, which is one of the very first scalping strategies I ever created. I created this about like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago. I haven't used it till today because I forgot about it. I went through my notebook and my very first notebook from trading, and I saw this strategy. I used to apply this all the time. So I applied it to US30 and it works like a charm. It works very, very good. So I'm going to be applying this during the lives. They'll have their separate tabs so we can go back and forth. And then for Forex, I'm going to be using the SR zone strategy. Got to make a couple updates to the requirements here with regard to the trend. But other than that, I think that's about it. I've been following this strategy to last night and today, all full TPs over here. So it's been great. This right here is not running, obviously, because it's Friday. But everything else here that I've been pretty much marking up, it's been pretty nice to full TP. So, all right, guys, I think that's about it for today. If you guys have any questions, always feel free to message me on Telegram. I'll be sticking around for a little while to finish off the back office work before the weekend. And then I'll be calling it a week. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here on Monday for the next live session and for the mentoring session. Next week is Thanksgiving for us here in the US. So just keep in mind the market's going to either move really slow or it's going to move a little erratic due to the price movements. So other than that, I will see you guys then. Have a great weekend, guys. Be safe.